Hello, Instagram. Hello, friend, follower. Maybe we've been friends in real life. And these are dirty. I'm trying to decide if I look better with or without the blue light shades. Hi, hey there, what's up? I love that Chihuahua baby puppy dog. Hello. You guys, in this video, I'm going to discuss with you my journey a little bit. I've been asked a few times by people that have, heard my story in the past and are curious to know, like, a lot of people that I work with are part-time business owners wanting to go full-time, or maybe they're people that are in a career job and they're wanting some sort of exit strategy. So they ask me questions like, Valerie, how did you know when was the perfect time to leave your corporate job? So I'm just going to go ahead and just dive right into my story here. Hopefully you're ready for some good entertainment on a Saturday night when you're watching this video, or later on whenever you watch this. So more about my backstory if you don't know me. I grew up on a dairy farm. My parents were dairy farmers. They raised dairy cattle, sold milk. They also sold extra crops that they had. In my middle school, high school days, I raised chickens, pigs, sheep, goats, turkeys, pheasants, guineas. What else did I have? Steers, male cows. And I sold them. I'd sell chickens, and I really liked that entrepreneur business. I had that entrepreneur spirit. I loved selling stuff. I loved the idea of being able to feed something and watching it grow and then selling it. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. In fact, another experience I had with entrepreneurship in my young youth days is my mom did. She put on parties for, I believe it's called tea lights or candle parties, where you have a bunch of friends. It's like network marketing, and they sell candles, and my mom made a certain cut off of whatever, candle sales were from her upline. When I was in college, I went to a Mary Kay event, and they offered me and my two best friends like free food if we came. So we're like, yeah, let's go, free food, we're coming. We totally fell for the gimmick for the free food. But then in that Mary Kay seminar that they had us attend, they talked about the business opportunity and how these ladies were making like oodles and boohoo dollars of money from selling makeup. And I wasn't at the time, still am trying to work on my feminine beauty and radiance. But at the time especially, I wasn't into makeup that much, and my friends were, and they're gorgeous. Their eye makeup always looked like on point, perfect. And I was like, you guys have to do this. Like, you can totally be like those people on stage that make like 10 grand a month, and you're just like literally selling makeup. Like, you could do that too. That's so cool. And I convinced them to sign up for Mary Kay, but yet I didn't sign up myself because I wasn't really into makeup, So anyway, I went to college and got a degree in animal science, a bachelor of science degree, and I also have a crop and food science minor, and I have my major is more in with poultry, so chickens. So when I graduated from college, the poultry industry saw my resume. It was floating around in the ether, and I had 7 job offers out of college to work at different poultry farms. So there's a turkey hatchery, egg farm. It was a turkey hatchery and many egg farms, actually. A lot of egg farms. The egg industry was really looking for people in 2013 when I graduated college. So, I had lots of opportunities, so I was really grateful for that. And I decided to go down to southern Indiana because it was the furthest south, warmest climate was really what I was going for. And also in the interview, I really enjoyed the people and the culture of that farm. And for the next 5 years, I pursued that farm job. I made it my job. I was doing big girl job. I was doing management. I kind of crawled my way up the corporate ladder, if you will. And eventually, A little less than 4.5 years into working there, I had the opportunity to become an executive young leader in the company, which would have had me basically on the track to make 6 figures a year and really move up into the executive ranks of this company. And, you know, during my experience working in that career, I felt good about being, living out my dream job. I'm working at the second largest egg farm company in the United States. Got to do exactly what I wanted to do, what I aspired to do, which was manage and, quote unquote, live a good life. I had a nice car. I could make my car payments. I bought a house, got married. From the outside, you'd think I was living a pretty happy life, but I was, I'm not going to say I wasn't, but at the same time, I was also feeling a little bit trapped. I felt a little bit underwhelmed by it all. I started, in management, I was stressed a lot. So I was looking and reading books. I was reading books about personal development and how to, live your best life. And I joined these societies, got some mentors, and yeah, I just started to realize like maybe my passions aren't actually to work here for the rest of my life. It's a great, safe, secure job. I had great insurance, great 401k benefits, safety, security for days. Like I had job security for days. As long as people were eating eggs, I knew I could count on. It never occurred to me one time that I would ever lose my job. Ever. Never. But yet these feelings of just like, I wasn't, I'm like one of those people, I'm almost like, I want to do everything to the best of my ability. Like, if I'm going to live this life, I'm going to do the best that I can, day in and day out. And, that job just made me feel super heavy every day waking up. I kind of started resenting it. I felt trapped. I just felt like my potential was limited there. Like, even though I was making 60 grand a year, I still was like, man, like, is this it? Is this it though? So some people were, like this girl that reached out to me, one of my clients, she said, what was the moment that you knew that you had to change? And I said, it wasn't really a specific moment, but it was like a coach here telling me, Valerie, you can really take your yoga teaching, because I was teaching yoga a couple times a week after work. You can really take that and scale that, like you could really grow that. And I had some friends that I got really secure with. I had 2 really, really close friends that I was able to just open up and like tell them and pour my heart and soul out into these girls. And that helped me just realize and recognize my power in who I was. Like, if these girls can see my value, surely somebody else could. Like, I don't have to keep all of my wisdom to myself, right? And also, too, because I was able to, feel like I was growing, learn, and just doing better every day, I stopped caring what other people thought of me. A lot of the reason that I did stay in that corporate job for so long is because I cared what my boss would think. What would he judge me? Like, how are they going to survive without me? And I kind of cared about what my family would think about me going full-time yoga instructor, full-time Reiki practitioner, full-time nutrition coach, business owner. Like, what would they think of that, And I just, all of a sudden one day, it just occurred to me, what if I just gave up caring what other people thought about me and just did the dang thing that I want to do? So, luckily for me, I didn't have to, like, come into a crashing rock bottom. I think one day my boss said something to me a little bit that just kind of hit me in the right spot. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay for 2 more months and I'm going to be done. So it wasn't like it was like some catastrophic moment of clarity, but just a lot of progression towards what I wanted to do coming up and happening. So in March of 2019, last year, I'm going to try and talk like this so you don't have to look like you're talking to somebody with 2 white eyeballs. That looks pretty cool. Anyway, I decided to go full-time. I went ape on my business. I went full-time yoga instructor in a small town, mind you, in southern Indiana. Small population, you know, not a lot of people are into Reiki in this area. But I just, you know, I said, you know what? I'm going to figure it out as I go. My parents showed me that they could figure it out as they went all along. And that's what I did. And business was hard, man. Talk about difficult. Like I went in with like more excitement and more like just thrill for marketing and putting myself out there, just doing any type of vendor event, like doing free yoga classes. Heck, I was telling my client, I gave away more free Reiki sessions in that first year than I probably got paid for, to be truthful. But, you know, those failures, quote unquote, gave me the opportunity to learn, because I'm kind of dumb. Like, I don't want to say I'm dumb, but I'm like one of those people, like, I just got to do it and then I'll figure it out. Like, if you give me a book, yeah, that's cute and all, but just let me do something and I'll figure it out then. Like, let me learn through action. Who else is like that out there? Anybody else? Raise your hand. You should wave. Say hi. Hello to my action taker learners. So when I failed, I just literally learned and failed my way through it. I literally clawed my way through the first year in business, you guys. Like, nowadays, I'm really excited because that first year that I had was such a struggle bus. And so, like, I didn't buy a new wardrobe for that whole year. Like, literally, I wore the same leggings, the same shirts, like, all year long. This is kind of embarrassing to say, but, like, I didn't have any extra spending cash. Like, I just was literally scared to just make too big of moves, or just didn't know how to present my products and services. But nowadays, I just had learned, you know, like I learned to get a little more strategical on the way I presented and the way I close sales, and learning what my clients wanted, you know, like just learning like the market. What do they want? What can I really get them real results for? What do they want results for? Let me get them these results, right? And getting more clear on who I was serving and what I was doing. I mean, it's great that I can do Reiki and yoga, but until I can, you know, convey that value to somebody that's interested, it's like a whole nother ball game. So that's what got me to where I am now, and I'm just really in love with this whole process. I will forever be a business owner. I was going through some struggles a couple months ago, and I actually did apply to work for somebody and work the job. I hate to say this, like I don't say this because I'm like trying to brag or anything, but I went to work for a company and I survived 2 days. I went to that job and I was like, man, I just kept looking at my watch, like I could be home generating leads right now. I could be in my office treating somebody of a incurable disease. I could, you know, be getting some crazy good results for somebody and closing sales and making such a bigger impact. So I'm basically psychologically unemployable, and I'm so excited just to see where the next part of my business takes me. A lot of my sales and what I do right now is virtual and on the internet, which is really great. I also do have an in-person place where I teach yoga and do the Reiki healing from. But yeah, for now it's just exciting, and I'm definitely feeling a lot more confident in my skills as a business owner. And yeah, like I just hope if this inspired you anyway, that you share it with somebody that is also considering becoming a business owner, or just in a place where they're needing some inspiration, or maybe not necessarily even business owner, but just, you know, want to be more successful in general. I'm offering free strategy calls. If you feel like anything I offer, Reiki, yoga, I offer just a full-on package. If you are interested in getting a free strategy call with me to see if literally what I do would be of any sort of value or benefit, I offer that free call. You can apply for that call by going to the link in my bio Only place you can get a clickable link around here on Instagram. Just click that and fill out that application, and I'll get a hold of you within 24 hours after I receive that. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great Saturday night or whenever you're watching this, and we'll see you next time.